So today is Black Friday, and while I hate this stupid capitalist ploy of a holiday that only serves to feed into our disgusting over-consumerist culture in the US, I will be participating and doing some online shopping later. And it's probably just gonna be like Barnes & Noble, which, by the way, can we just talk about how Barnes & Noble literally doubled the price of their membership for absolutely no reason at all? It used to be $20, now it's $40 per year, the exact same benefits as before. Like, what's going on, babes? What's going on? Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Sabrina and welcome back to my book nook. I'm pretty sure it's been like over a year since I did my last 24-hour readathon, which is crazy. But I'm on break right now and I finished up some work earlier so that I could have the rest of today just free. But like before we jumped into it, I wanted to take some time and catch up with you guys because I feel like we haven't really had a chance to chat, First off, if you're wondering why my face looks kind of shiny in some places, it's because I have like these pimple patches on right now because my skin is breaking out really bad and I have no idea why. It's really annoying actually because my skin was doing fantastic until a couple days ago and I must have jinxed it and I don't know how. Second, I was debating whether or not I should drink some coffee earlier for tonight because I obviously want to stay up because the last time I did a readathon I slept over 9 hours, which is about like over a third of my day. Don't really want to lose 9 hours in a 24-hour readathon. I already had a coffee this morning and then I had 2 sodas, so like if I have any more caffeine in my body I will probably combust. So as you can see, I'm already like a little caffeinated right now, but we're gonna go make some coffee later for my morning tomorrow or this coming morning. I have been in a bit of a reading slump lately. I feel like whenever I do readathons I always say that, but I think that's why I do these readathons, to be honest. I need motivation to read, so I just force myself to binge as many books as I can in a day. We have a great lineup. Ta-da! We're starting off with Wildfire by Hannah Grace. She's the one that wrote Icebreaker. Pretty sure it was originally a Wattpad fanfiction too. That is actually not surprising to me at all. And I still ate it up. There's just something about the ice skater ex-hockey player romance that just really, it just hits the spot for me. It's one of my favorite romance tropes right now and I don't know why. I have been reading Wildfire for literally like over a month at this point. I have about this much left. I don't know what it is about this book. 5 pages feels like 50. And like, it's not like me. Y'all know me in romance books, okay? I binge that shit in like a couple of hours. But with this book, for some reason, it's taking me weeks and weeks and weeks to read. And so today I was like, enough is enough. We're gonna binge it all tonight and finally finish it. Yeah, I don't know what it is about this book. I think maybe it's like the setting and the characters. Like they're just not really clicking for me. Yeah, right now we're gonna go and make my coffee. Okay, so it's currently like 1:45 a.m. and I finally finished Wildfire. So the ending was really cute. I actually really loved the epilogue, but overall there was just something about it that like didn't really click for me. Maybe it's because Russ is supposed to be blonde and I just can't do blonde men. I felt like I had to like drag myself through it. It wasn't a bad book per se. It was just like 100 pages too long. Honestly, that's how I felt with Icebreaker too. I thought I would enjoy that in a romance because I like silly little romances where nothing really happens, but like it just felt really kind of boring. I was reading about these characters that I didn't really particularly care about that much. They were lovable and they were endearing, but I just didn't really feel like connected to them for some reason. This book did not hit as hard as I thought it would, and frankly I'm a little disappointed by that. And again, by no means am I saying like this is bad. It just didn't hit the way I wanted it to hit. Right now I'm trying to figure out if I should get started on the next book book or possibly go to bed because I'm so freaking tired. But it is a 24-hour readathon, so we're gonna fucking read. So I think the next book on the agenda is Twilight. I have to finish this book for my book club by like next Monday, and I'm currently this far. I'm like 200 pages in. Guys, like I'm seriously enjoying this book so much more than I thought I would. I've never seen the movie because I've always been waiting to read the book first, and tell me why the book Loki eats. Tell me why Edward Cullen has me giggling and kicking my feet and squealing like hello. He's so sassy and he's so hot and he's this sexy vampire. Anyways, I'm gonna go log this book on my storygraph and then try to get started on Twilight and hopefully not fall asleep. It's currently 9 a.m. I fell asleep around 2 a.m. so I slept 7 hours. Better than last time, at least. I don't know what happened. I set an alarm at 7, but it just like didn't go off. I mean, like it probably went off and I just ignored it. We're just gonna go and make my coffee now, and do you hear my dog? And then we're gonna get started on Twilight. Also, I know my coffee looks really light. Don't judge. I've just always had a sweet tooth, you know? Okay guys, so I'm about halfway through Twilight and it's like 10-ish. I just need to rant for a little bit about this book because it's actually ridiculous. Their main conflict just seems so stupid. Both Bella and Edward like, I have to stay away from you but I can't, like it's so hard. And the thing is, I wouldn't be annoyed about it because I think it's like, you know, typical YA romance, like, oh, we can't be together but I feel drawn to you for some reason. I wouldn't be annoyed by it if they didn't bring it up every 5 seconds. Like, y'all know what you are doing. Okay, maybe Bella's a 17-year-old teenage girl. She is obviously allowed to make mistakes because 17-year-old teenage girls never do anything wrong. But Edward, on the other hand, he's like, what? 200-year-old vampire? Like, buddy, you should know better by this point. Like, maybe it's because I haven't read that far ahead. Maybe there's something that, like, actual supernatural that binds them together. But, like, I just find it ridiculous. Other than that, I love the book. I'm halfway through and it is so much better than I thought it would be. And by so much better, I mean like it's so much more fun than I thought it would be. I also found this Twilight playlist made by Spotify, which is really cool because it's been helping me set the mood because y'all know I love to listen to music while I read. I should probably finish reading this now, but I love it so far. It's ridiculous and campy and so terrible and I love it. Hello. Okay guys, I just finished Twilight. Oh my god. I have like a billion thoughts running through my head right now. My main one though is I need New Moon stat. I need it right now, and I will be shopping on thrift books later to order the entire rest of the series. The way that this book literally went from 0 to 100 in like the last 200-ish pages is actually insane. And I kind of take back what I said about Edward and Bella not being able to stay away from each other. Like, I understand it more now on Edward's side. On Bella's side, homegirl's still just a little delusional. Yeah, that book was crazy. So weird finally reading it because like it's so ingrained in pop culture that like everybody has either read it or seen the movies. Also, this book was 500 pages. Why did nobody tell me Twilight was so long? But yeah, it's about noon now, so I'm gonna go downstairs and eat some lunch. It's all Thanksgiving leftover, so ooh, very scrumptious, and I'm excited for that. I don't really know what I'm gonna read next. I think I'm probably gonna go for a more like serious literature book, probably Cursed Bunny, because I read a couple stories and I haven't really finished that, so I kind of want to get started on that. It is 1-ish. I took a really long lunch. I'm gonna start reading Cursed Bunny now by Bora Chung. I've already read about 2 stories. They're also really like disgusting, off-putting, revolting even, and I love it actually. Really short. It's only about like 200 something pages, so I'm hoping I'll be able to finish it within the next 2-ish hours. We're gonna go read now. So I'm about halfway through Cursed Bunny right now. I'm so depressed. This book is so depressing and it's so hard to understand. I feel dumb reading it, frankly, because there's like a billion metaphors in all of these stories and I don't understand any of them. But it's really fucking good. So it is currently 3 p.m. and I've just finished. Guys, piece of advice, don't read in your bed unless you want to doze off. I may have fallen asleep a couple times while reading this. Overall, really good. The beginning stories were definitely a lot stronger than the ending ones. But again, overall, they were all very like confusing and disturbing and unsettling and just made me extremely uncomfortable. But they were also like just ladled with different metaphors and themes and a bunch of other literary stuff I'm not smart enough to understand. I feel like if I really tried to do like an in-depth analysis of each of these stories, I could basically write something of this length. This book is just packed with so many different meanings and euphemisms, and I know that it's probably making some commentary about society. What is that commentary though? I don't know. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out like which book I should read next from this point. So these are the 3 books I'm trying to decide between reading next. So we have Once More with Feeling by Eliza Sussman, All's Well by Mona Awad, and I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. All of these I've had for like months and months and months. I just haven't gotten around to reading. I think I want to go towards a more light-hearted book because Cursed Bunny took a lot out of me, but also I'm gonna be honest, I read Funny You Should Ask by Eliza Sussman and it wasn't that fun. So I'm wondering if maybe I should reread one of my romance books instead. Which, by the way, got the new Ali Hazelwood book about 2 chess rivals. So good. I binged it all in one night. It was amazing. Loved it. Totally recommend to anybody. Okay, so it's about 3:20 and I've decided on my next book. I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. Let me just make a couple disclaimers. First of all, I love my mom. The title has nothing to do with what I'm in the mood for. I picked this out of the 3 not because it was lighthearted, but because it was the shortest read. It's only about 270 pages. It should take me around 3 hours probably. And also, I just want to point out this little shit, as soon as I picked him up, he farted on me. What do you have to say for yourself, huh? Yeah, you should be embarrassed. You should. I'm about halfway through this memoir. I'm at the part where she's on the set of iCarly, like she's acting and stuff. I'm actually really glad that I chose this book to read. I mean, it's kind of what I expected and kind of not. I never watched iCarly as a kid growing up. You know, I was a Victorious kid, but just like reading about her life and stuff, it's some heavy material. But yeah, this is going pretty good so far. I just finished I'm Glad My Mom Died. That was an incredible book. I thought it was really well written. The reason I avoid memoirs, especially celebrity memoirs, is from what I've heard most of the time they're just like ghost written. But I feel like she has something important to say. Anyways, I'm really tired and I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna go eat and then I'm gonna pick, I think, probably my final book for the night. So it's about 8 and I'm gonna start All's Well by Mona Awad as my final book for the night. I don't know, I've been thinking about doing some brief Black Friday shopping. These Black Friday deals literally suck. What do you mean it's only like 20 to 30% off? That would happen to 60 to 80% off. Barnes & Noble, you're not even having a deal. Thrift Books not having a deal. Books are also the only thing I really want to purchase. I'm not buying anything basically is what I'm saying, and it's really disappointing. Yeah, I got this book back in January for my birthday and I still haven't read it. I read Bunny though. I also don't know if it's a little bit too late to continue my dark academia aesthetic reading. It's not the right season. I'm actually in the middle of a reread of The Secret History now, but that's gonna take too long and I don't really want to do that, so. Okay, I lied. I am not reading All's Well because I'm sorry guys, I can't take another serious book today. I need an actually good, no offense, like good romance book. So I will be rereading Emily Henry, obviously. I don't know which one. I'm thinking Beach Read because I haven't read this one in a while. But also, I do always love book lovers. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like this would be like nice nostalgia also. It's decided. I will read another silly little romance. Okay, so it's about 10:15 now, and I'm about halfway through Beach Read. I'm feeling a little gross and disgusting, so I'm gonna go take a shower. Also, this book is so good, and you know what I realized? I think I started off either my summer or my fall readathon by reading Beach Read. There's just something about this book, you know? It's like, it's just like my comfort romance book. It's not my favorite romance book either, which is really weird. Okay guys, so it's about 12:30 and I just finished Beach Read. 24-hour readathon officially done. Woo! It was actually a little bit more than 24 hours, but that's fine. I'm pretty sure that was 5 books I finished today. In fairness though, it wasn't really 5 books because I had already read some of the books I finished today. But also, in my defense, Twilight was 500 pages, so I feel like that should count for like 2 books. I really appreciated this kind of like cool down for today. Reading all these books obviously was really fun, but I feel like I've thought about reading books now more transactionally, you know? Like, what do I gain from reading this book? I don't know how this started or why it started, but I kind of want to fix that thinking, you know, because I feel like it's holding me back. I want to read because reading is fun and I love doing it. I don't want to read because, you know, it makes me look smart or it makes me feel better about myself, which I probably am not going to stick to this mentality, but I want to try to have it anyways, you know? Yeah, I mean, as far as readathons go, I think this was a pretty successful one. Oh, also, for Beach Read, I just want to say, even though I already read this book 3 or 4 times, I still cry at the end every single time. Because I cry at books. No matter what. I cry at every movie, I cry at every book, I cry at every minor inconvenience. In my defense though, I'm just a teenage girl. So yeah, thanks if you stuck to the end and watched the entire video. Subscribe! Only if you want to though, and I will see you all next time. Bye!